Hello and welcome to my show, Stick on Hair, here on YouTube back in the year 2019. I've got a lace piece on, French lace, and the front hairline is still not got that dirty line, which is great to see, especially considering when I put it on, I tape marked the glue line and then tried to make it fit down exact, because this hairpiece is not cut exactly to the scale of my shave zone. My shave zone is still a little bit smaller than this new upsized hairpiece. This is the size I'll be cutting hairpieces out from now on. My hairpiece is this long, deep, whatever you want to call it, and my shave zone is only up to about there. But there is balding going on in quite a big way right there. If I peel that back, because it's not stuck down, you can see where the balding is happening, and it's encroaching back further and further back until it gets back to this bald spot, which will complete the entire zone. And you might think, just do an entire, just shave it, bro. That's the first thought that most viewers have. I've tried to make a new front screen and started numbering my videos to try to make people aware that this isn't a one-off video. This is like video 200 and something, and I talk about hair pieces, because sometimes the titles and the thumbnails are not completely evident of what this channel is about. It's about hair pieces, or not really transplants, but basically just hair pieces. That's the whole channel really. So if you're bald and you're interested in a hairpiece, this is the channel for you. If you're not, then please don't come onto my site and say, I don't agree with this entire idea of wearing a toupee, it's unnatural. Debate it elsewhere, because we've already come to the conclusion on this channel that it's absolutely better than being bald. And if you want to research why we think that, then just go back and read through all the comments and my videos earlier about why I choose to wear hair. Because I can't have people in this channel coming in and just trolling constantly, because that's what's happening. All right. Yeah, so that's why I've started numbering the videos, so that people who have just noticed this video for this thumbnail for some reason now all of a sudden, I want to go and click on that and start harassing people who have to wear prosthetics. Go to the people who have stood on landmines and harass them, okay? Don't tell them I sent you, by the way, but go there, okay? People who want to wear a leg that helps them to walk or something, or helps them get respect from wearing a fake, whatever body part that is. No, because I don't want to be your target. If that's your life mission, to go around and harass people who are less fortunate than yourself. Or if you're bald and you've decided you want to shave your head, don't bullshit me. You're thinking about it already, aren't you? You want to wear a hairpiece or something. Even though it's easier, you wish you had a full head of hair, because everything's changed in your life now. Since you became bald, things are different. You're trying to, walk around bald and proud, but people judge a book by its cover, and there's nothing you can do about it. People you know will treat you just as well as they always have, because they're familiar with you. I don't care that much about what you look like unless you're unhygienic, okay? But yeah, baldness is something that I don't want in my life, so that's why I do this, okay? And that's why so many other people around the world do it too. Now we know transplants take a part of the back of your hair back here, which is generally not balding, unless you've got leukemia or you're going through chemotherapy or something. They'll take the hairs out from there, which is usually not part of male pattern baldness, and they'll start plonking them where they can put them around here. As you continue to bald, this area starts losing more as they continue to distribute the remaining hairs on your head around, which means that the density can never be the same again. You'll never get this density like you can get with a hairpiece from hair transplants at this point in history. The DNA would have to be altered so that the follicles actually regrow all over the place from some sort of seed stem cell research that is required to make that happen in the future, but it's not happening now, okay? So if you want dense hair, the only solution for a bald person is a hairpiece. So that's what we're working with here. And the way to get the hairpiece to stay on your head, you can't just sew it in, really, I don't think, with surgery. You just got to glue it on. And so we're discussing on this channel glues and hairpiece types and how to clean it and get it off and put it back on and order more and stuff like that, okay? That's what this channel's all about. There's no point in you saying, I disagree with the entire principle of vanity, because I walk around in a Hessian sack, but only so I don't get arrested for being naked. Otherwise I'd be naked and have dreadlock pubes coming out of my asshole. But because I have to adhere to society's book by cover vanity suggestions, that's why I have to wear the Hessian sack. If that's you, please don't comment or just click dislike. We know your mentality. I was like that. I was raised as a hippie, okay? I was raised as a hippie. I went to a village school with a bunch of other hippie kids and stuff. It was all peace and love. And I went to festivals where everyone was walking around and dancing around the fireplace naked and smoking weed and shit every day. That's my backstory. Then I lived in a street for about 15 years, in a van or in the street, because I had a bad upbringing, a little bit privileged in the way that my parents weren't broke all the time, okay? But I haven't had a great life. Most of my life I've been contemplating suicide, okay? So don't think that I'm some privileged dick. A lot of the earlier videos are people insulting me for being poor because I had a less good house. But I didn't really release videos from my van or from the street because I didn't probably have like a mobile phone at that time, okay? But now I do. Now I have some things. I'm not rich, but I wouldn't mind if I was rich, okay? It's really hard to avoid dislikes and bad commenters and trolls especially. I've got a series of trolls who track my channel, and I don't think they'll even be listening to what I'm saying here because you can see that they've already clicked dislike within 3 or 4 minutes of the video being released, and I never release videos that short. So for them to have clicked dislike that quickly means they haven't watched it. But often I get these dislikes within a few seconds from, I assume, the same IP address, and I'm speaking to YouTube about tracking that person down, especially this one person, and getting them off my channel and restoring all those dislikes and removing them from my site. But it's hard to do because this person is like a really professional troll who's made multiple accounts and comes in from all angles and can click dislike like as many times as they want, as they have email addresses, because you know you can get an email address easy. Each email address allows you to create a new account on YouTube. And so with every new log in and log out, especially if you've got Safari, Microsoft Edge, Chrome, and Firefox, you can have 4 logins at a time and just sign out from those 4, sign in again with another 4, and just keep disliking or writing shit. That's how these trolls do it, to get the maximum amount of pain and suffering to their target channel. Okay, so that is what I am complaining about today. You understand? I try to fit a bit of culture into my videos occasionally. I think India is my 3rd or 4th biggest audience. So it goes United States, UK, I think it's India, then Australia and Canada, I think. So I think you guys are my top 5 countries. Top age group is 24 to 35. It's like at least 40% of my viewers of that age group. But that's not to say that I'm excluding anyone else. That's just a statistical thing that I see on the analytics page of my YouTube channel, so I can see what's going on. And I've only just started looking into that because I want to make some fucking money, right? So I've monetized the site, which means you might get 15-second ads popping up and you've got to just skip them. And I wouldn't want to put on a 30-second ad where you can't skip it or something, because then I think I'd throw you guys away. But the thing is, I've put in so much effort and time and stuff, and sometimes I feel like it's a thankless job. I'm grateful, really grateful, when people said this has inspired me to get a hairpiece and it's changed my life. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like it's been worth my time. The other thing is, when I first started out with a hairpiece, I was lost. I had nothing to do, no one to turn to, and every video I saw on YouTube or anywhere else was about how to buy such and such and how easy it was and how there were no troubles with it. But I'm showing you all the troubles, I'm showing you all the experiments and how to fix it and make it more realistic, okay? Now, if we look at my front hairline here, this is a lace piece with very, very badly bleached knots at the front here. And so I found myself just picking away a little bit at them because they sort of scratch off, and you just pull out little bits here, like by just plucking away with your fingers. Okay? And a bit of dirt has gathered here and stuff, but there's some glue, residual glue still on the front there. But I went out in public just like this, just for a drive, and then moved things around on my motorbike and my van and everything, to reshuffle the cars and stuff earlier, buy some alcohol, which I'm now sort of halfway through drinking. So I was happy enough to go out with this, because there's another video I made in the past that said it's good enough, right? So I just pulled that in my head incidentally. I put my hand there so you can see it clearly against the backdrop, otherwise it'll be blending into the background, you won't be able to see it properly. That's how much I care about you. And recently I've made a whole bunch of videos saying how fucked you all are, but I haven't meant all of you. I meant the people who basically watch my video, ignore what I say, then basically give me a comment like, it would look better if you grow the sides out and this fit better into, yeah, I know, okay? That's not something that's insultable, but there are certain comments that talk about giving me advice, which I've just addressed ad nauseum. And you're still telling me like it's a fresh idea that you've just had. And then you get a whole bunch of likes for it. Because the average watch time of this book video, like, I mean, I'm 11 minutes into it, like 12 minutes into it now, basically. And the average watch time is about 4 minutes for my videos, I think. But my viewership has increased massively. So I don't know if YouTube's promoting things and putting things up in the sidebar, be like, okay, what the hell is that picture, right? I'll click on that. It's not like I've made very good thumbnails, but if I made better thumbnails, I'm sure I'd get more clicks. In fact, I should probably put some sort of signage, writing or something to tell you what an episode is about. This episode is about see, I don't know. I never know until the end of the video what it's about. Will I be taking this off and fixing this up today? No. Because once you take lace off, you can't really clean it anymore. You just gotta throw it away. You should consider your headpiece, if it's lace, to be disposable. Some people talk about using a toothbrush or sliding it down the shower wall and then cleaning the fucking shower with it off the glue. How the fuck am I supposed to get this shit off? All of that's way too much trouble. Money is easier to come by than cleaning that shit and this shit after it's taken off your head and re-putting it back on. It's easier to get money from other things than scrubbing and shit and going through the pain of the ass work of cleaning this and that and getting glue off everything. It's just too painful. So I use Walker Tape Ultra Hold glue, which is an acrylic glue which doesn't really care too much about getting wet. Some people use water-based glues, which basically destroy their lives because they have to put their hairpiece on, not sweat, not get water on it, not have a shower for 24 hours after they put it on. That's disgraceful. And also, it forms tiny little balls. So something like that would be Ghost Bond, one of the leading glues. It's water-based, right? So you can put it on with your finger and you got like 60 seconds basically, you can wash it off your finger and it'll just crumble into little dandruffy pieces down and you drop it into the sink. But when you're taking it off your head or cleaning it in your head, then it just turns into dandruff all around here. It crumbles. It's like, basically it's like plastic that hardens. It's like liquid plastic, it seems. You put it on your head, after 24 hours it hardens into sort of plastic that's now sticking between the microscopic molecules in your scalp and the netting in the lace or the tiny molecules in the poly, and then it just locks as plastic would, and that's dry now. Nothing can be changed to melt it maybe, or even do anything to change or bring back its stickiness sort of thing. So if that front edge started lifting and I'd been using this, then trying to lift that back and just take all the bits of glue off would cause a gigantic mess of little balls of plastic, little sticky bits of plastic, not too sticky though, not very sticky at all really. There's no chance that if that lifts, I could just sort of press it back down. With this, there's more of a chance of that happening, although the sweat from your brow, from your forehead, from your scalp, is going to cause salt molecules to get caught up in this glue, which kills the stick, right? So that becomes very unsticky, but it's still more sticky than the Ghost Bond. So Ultra Hold is a better glue for most purposes than this. But this is very shiny in summertime, especially when it melts, because it melts very sort of pretty cool temperatures, like about 25 degrees. So it's a standard summer day or just a bit warmer than a normal room, at which point it shines like crazy and hair will get caught back inside. At the moment I'm wearing a lace piece, but if it was summertime, I might rethink wearing a lace piece with this stuff, because it shines through, it melts, and then all the hairs that get stuck in there are just basically covered in glue all the way up here, and it's just too hard to clean. It's just, you throw it away. With poly, on the other hand, you can't see what's happening with this. The hairs can't get through the plastic sheath and into the glue to get wet from glue. So poly, which is a sheet of plastic with hairs coming out of it, is cleaner and easier to deal with than lace. And also you can wear a helmet, a motorcycle helmet, without worrying about the hairs getting squished in to the glue underneath, because it's all hidden underneath, okay? But poly has a disadvantage two just main disadvantages compared to lace. One is the perimeter is quite sharp and doesn't melt nicely with natural hairs around the perimeter where you've shaved, around the shave zone. Your natural hairs are sort of growing out of your head like that, but poly would be like that up against it, like a plastic cut, right? And it doesn't, so we can sort of see this change over whenever it's brushed away from the edges in any way, okay? Whereas lace is kind of frayed around the edges, so it's sort of more like this with the hairs. So it creates a more natural looking seam around this perimeter here. It can also make a more realistic transition between the forehead and the front hairline, so long as the knots are completely well bleached. And they're not completely well bleached there, but this is a very thick version of medium density. So incidentally, this is medium density lace hairpiece, French lace. The color is medium dark brown. My coupon code for lordhair.com, if you want to use it to get a 20% discount on your purchase. You can only use it once per account, okay? And you have to, so that means you've never used it before. And you have to be logged in. If you're not logged in, which means you need to register as normal with the website, lordhair.com, and then they'll send you an email confirmation. Then you confirm it. This is just like a normal any website nowadays. And you prove that it's you and you're not a robot, and then now you're logged in. Okay? Now you're getting logged in after that. Then you can type in StickOnHair, one word, in the coupon code box at checkout at lordhair.com and get a 20% discount. That's 1/5 of the price. So if you're buying something for $500, how much will it be now? That's right, $400. But you can only do this once. So it's better if you buy when you're buying a big purchase, like you want to buy like 6 hair pieces or something, say for, I don't know, it's $800, then you might end up getting them for, you know, $100 and something less than that. So you've saved more money. If you buy something for like $30, it's not going to be a big deal to get 20% off. It's a waste of using the coupon code, you know what I mean? Because 1/5 of 30 is 6, so you'd only get $6 off, so you'd be saving $6. It's no big deal. Wouldn't you prefer to save $100 or more of something? That's a bigger saving, isn't it? It's like, that's why you get better deals when you buy things in bulk. And so that's why this coupon code works better when you buy it in bulk. Get a pack of hair. And you don't want to run out of hair, you don't want to run out of glue, you don't want to run out of alcohol spray or C22, which is like a glue dissolver, which makes it easier to wipe things off. You don't want to run out of baby wipes, you don't want to run out of a comb or your hair band to keep your hair back while you're working on gluing the front hairline or whatever else. You just need to keep good stock supplies in your house forever of everything you need. If you're just starting out, it's scary. And you can watch back to some of the earlier videos of how to start from scratch. Just look at the titles of my videos. They're not all numbered and done properly, but the titles are usually generally have some content about what I'm talking about. In this particular case, I don't exactly know exactly what the topic of conversation is that I want to have with you here today. It's just that I made this brand new intro. And so I wanted to get that video out quickly so I can put that video on something and try to improve my channel a bit. Because I've been very lazy. I usually just film myself talking while I do my hair stuff, and then I send it, like, edit properly or anything. And half the time I'm telling you a lot of insults. Not you specifically, but just commenters who write shit, or people who dislike for no reason, or something like that. So anyway, this is the Stick on Hair channel on YouTube, and it's all about hair pieces. And I've spoken about why I think it's important to be vain in the past. It's important to be vain. It is. Not completely vain. Not vain that people say you're vain. I mean, I'm going to be seen as vain because I'm doing hundreds and hundreds of hours of vanity work here on YouTube, okay? Clearly. But like I said, 97% of my audience are men. Women probably don't have a problem with vanity. They probably understand, yeah, of course, the better looking people have better lives. It's clear, right? Most of the time. I mean, from scratch, if you're interacting with somebody who you've not met before, they're gonna treat you better or worse depending on whether you smell like fucking feces and urine and you're homeless and you walk in and say, can I please buy a packet of cigarettes? Compared to somebody in a suit saying, hello, sorry I haven't any money, but can you please give me a packet of cigarettes? I'll be back on Tuesday and I'll pay you double for it. You know, that guy is more likely to get it than this other guy who's like 5 cents short, whatever else, you know. You just you have a better life based on how you appear to people. And I'm not saying being in a suit is attractive to everybody, but it's more trustworthy in terms of you got some cashola to make the salesperson happy. You might be a nice homeless person who's just saved a little girl from being run over by a bus, but now you've put your stink on her because you're unhygienic, right? And the mother would say, get your hands off her. Whereas she'd be very grateful to the guy in the suit, right? Maybe end up marrying him and leaving her husband for the guy, whatever, you know? I don't want to be too, I try to release my brain at you whenever I feel that it's itching me. I want to get it out at you, right? So that's why some of my jokes are hit and miss. But by and large, I think I'm fucking funny, you know? I don't laugh at myself that much unless I'm really like, wow, that's brand new. I never thought of that. That's fucking funny, right? Even now I'm laughing at the prospect of doing that again because I love that. Having a realization. That's why I would laugh at a new joke and share it with somebody. That's why people can laugh at their own jokes and not be a dickhead. Because if they're only saying a joke that they've already heard before or thought of ages ago, now they're telling you, they're not going to laugh at it because they've heard it before. So it's no big deal, but I'm sharing it with you. And now you're laughing here. See, I knew it was funny. That's what I felt the first time I did it. Because so much of my comedy is live and off the cuff, I'm laughing too. Occasionally, but a lot of the time I'm very stern and tired and like, what the fuck's going on? I hate life, it's shit. You guys are all fucked, right? Sometimes I'll get drunk as well, so be careful. If I had more drugs, I'd take them for your entertainment as well. But I don't know why some people are too close. I get the feeling also that the millennials are a bunch of dickheads, they're little soft cock motherfucking faggots. Okay? So it's hard to please you people, and you're my main target audience, unfortunately. Even though I hate you all very much. But I'm trying to appeal to everybody and be all encompassing and bring you all in a loving way. Which is why it's very distressing for me to see that people don't like me sometimes. So fuck you.